Hi everyone. So in the last session we discussed that overloading. Okay, we discussed that overloading concept and we discussed the first part of operator overloading. Right? Okay, today we are going to discuss about next method overloading and constructor overloading. Okay, these two topics now we have to discuss as part of today's session. Okay, friends, if you are watching my channel for the first time, can you please subscribe? If it gives more encouragement for the next videos. Okay, it gives more encouragement for next videos. Okay, please subscribe. It gives. I will create more videos on technical with challenging. Okay, next. So in the last session, we started that overloading. Overloading means we can use same operator or method for different purposes. Okay, we can use same operator or methods for different purposes. Plus operator can be used for arithmetic addition and string concatenation. Okay, so plus operator can be used for arithmetic addition and string concatenation. And in that operator overloading we observe. Okay, operator overloading. And also we observe that how to add object. Okay, how to add object. So after creating a class object in constructor, and if we try to add book class object, okay, if we try to add book class object, it's going to give error, type error, unsupported operand type plus the for book and book. Okay, type error, unsupported operand type is for book and book. Okay, so that we can resolve that problem by using plus operator using magic methods. Okay, that we can resolve that problem by using magic methods. Okay, we can say this is nothing but Python supports overloading. Okay, Python supports overloading. By using, we can resolve that problem underscore underscore add underscore underscore method. Okay, so how means we need to override that method in our class. So we need to override that method in our class, and here self.pages plus other dot pages. Whenever we are creating, okay, whenever we are creating constructor, we need to override that method, and whenever we are calling that method internally, okay, internally when you are adding, internally it's going to add, internally it's going to call underscore underscore add underscore underscore method. Okay, magic method it is going to call internally, right? So with respect to the below are the magic methods. Okay, following is the list of operators and the corresponding magic methods. Okay, following is the list of operators and the corresponding magic methods, right? So if you observe here, plus operator for so on, so minus and star, division, floor division, and modulo, power, and I add. Okay, like this, these are the magic methods are available. Okay, these are the what magic methods as part of operator overloading. Okay, now observe here, next topic is next topic is method overloading. Okay, next topic is what method overloading. Method overloading. Method overloading. Method overloading. So method overloading means if two methods, okay, if two methods are having same name, okay, if two methods having same name but different, okay, different type of arguments. Okay, if two methods having same name but a different type of arguments, then okay, then those methods, okay, then those methods are said to be, okay, if two methods having same name but a different type of argument, then those methods are said to be overloaded methods. Okay, overloaded methods. Okay, if two methods having same name but different type of argument, then those methods are said to be overloaded methods. Okay, said to be overloaded methods, right? So next, so how we can write a syntax means this is the way. Okay, this is the way. Observe def of m1. Okay, m1 of a, one parameter. Next def of m1 of a comma b. Okay, this is nothing but what, this is nothing but what, this is nothing but what, method overloading. Int a, here int a, int a comma int b, int a comma int b, right? But here the problem is, method overloading is not supported in Python. Okay, so point number 2. But method overloading, okay, but method overloading is not supported, is not supported in Python. Okay, method overloading is not supported in Python. So next, why it is not supported means, why it is not supported. If we try to overload, okay, if we try to overload multiple methods, okay, if we try to overload multiple methods with the same name, with the same name and different arguments, and different arguments. Okay, if we try to overload multiple method with the same name and different arguments, okay, different number of arguments, then Python will consider, then Python will consider, then Python will consider, then Python will consider only last method. Okay, then Python will consider only last method. Okay, then Python will consider only what, last method, right? So observe here how we can write method overloading and how it is not possible. Okay, how it is not possible. Observe carefully. I'm taking, okay, I'm taking one class. First class test. Next def m1 of, okay, m1 of self. Okay, self no arg constructor. Okay, we can say this is what, no arg constructor. Okay, no arg constructor. Okay, no arg constructor. So this is nothing but what, one arg constructor. Okay, so this is nothing but what, one arg constructor. So this is nothing but what, two arg constructor. So if you observe here, comma a comma b. Okay, so first one is one arg constructor and second one is two arg constructor. Okay, second one is two arg constructor. Now observe here, now observe here, t is equal to, okay, t is equal to test. T is equal to, I'm creating test object. Okay, t is equal to test, I'm creating test class object. After creating, I'm asking t dot m1 method. Okay, t dot m1 method. Okay, observe here, t dot m1 method I'm calling. So now I have method same name but different arguments in the same class. Okay, same name but different argument in the class. Okay, now observe here, if I run this, what happens? So type error, test m1 method missing two required positional arguments, a and b. Okay, anyway, first one it is not possible. Okay, second, next 10. Okay, I'm providing one argument. I'm providing one argument. So now it is saying test.m1 missing one required positional argument b. Okay, if I run this one, it is going to give second error. Let me run the first one. So just for commenting. So it is giving two required positional arguments. Okay, two required positional arguments. Now observe here, if I take t dot m1 of 10 comma 20. Okay, t dot m1 of 10 comma 20. So now observe here. Now it is giving 2 arg constructor. Okay, now it is giving what, 2 arg constructor. So we can say that by using this point, okay, by using this pointer, if we try to override multiple methods with the same name, Python will consider only last method. Okay, Python will consider only last method. Did you observe? First I am giving without argument, one argument and two arguments. Here also without arg, one arg and two arg. But even though I tried in all the cases, but it is considering only the last one. Okay, it is considering only the last one. So this is nothing but what, method overloading. Okay, method overloading. But okay, in the above program, okay, in the above program, Python will consider, okay, Python will consider only last method. Okay, Python will consider only last method. Right? Now observe here. But how can we handle? Okay, how can we handle? Okay, how can we handle? How can we handle overloaded methods? Okay, how can we handle overloaded methods? Okay, how can we handle overloaded methods? Overloaded method requirements. Overloaded method requirements. Okay, requirements in Python. Okay, how can we overload method requirements in Python? So how we can overload means, observe carefully. Most of the times, okay, most of the times, if a method with a variable number of arguments required, then we can handle with the default number of arguments or variable number of arguments. Okay, we can resolve that problem by using what, default argument or with a variable number of arguments. So how we can do that means, okay, how we can do with a variable number of arguments or default arguments, how we can handle, observe here carefully. First let me show you with the default argument. Okay, default argument. Okay, let me explain next, diff program with the default argument. Program with the default argument. A program with the default arguments. Program with the default argument. So if you observe here, self comma a is equal to none, comma b is equal to none. Okay, b is equal to none. A is equal to none, comma b is equal to none. In the same way, okay, here not required. Here I'm giving only one, here two. Okay, let me remove here one. So if you observe in this case, okay, if you observe in this case, now it won't give any problem. Okay, now it won't give any problem. And now it won't give any problem, and it will print, okay, it will print if we give the argument, it will give the result also, the value of a. So print, okay, the value of a, okay, the value of a. Next, in the same way, if I give the sum of the sum of two values, the sum of two values a plus b is, okay, sum of a value is a plus b. Okay, a plus b. Now observe here what I am doing. First t dot m1 method I am calling. Next t dot m2 method I am calling. T dot m2 method I am calling by giving one parameter, and t dot m1 method. T dot m1 method also 10 comma 20. 10 comma 20. So sorry, here not m2, m1. Okay, now observe here, Now observe here, this is nothing but what with the default argument. Okay, this is nothing but what the default argument, right? So now observe here how we can have, I am handling default argument. I'm running this program. So to arg constructor, okay, to arg constructor. So it is giving that error as a sum of values of values a plus b is a b. Okay, a b. So what is the problem? Okay, a not equal to none and b not equal to none. Now observe here. Sorry, actually we have to take that condition. If a not equal to none, if a not equal to none means then only we can execute. Then only we can execute. In the same way, okay, in the same way here also. If a equal to none and b is equal to a not equal to none and b not equal to none. A not equal to none and b not equal to none. So if this condition gets satisfied on the default argument, then only this value will be executed. Now observe the output once. So two arg constructor and sum of two values a plus b, the sum of two values, right? Two arg constructor. Okay, two arg constructor. So why it is not executing means Python will consider always last methods. Okay, we wrote the condition for the first, second two, not for the first one. Okay, if we write for the first one, so then only we'll get the output. But it is not possible to write the condition because we are not passing any argument. If we pass the argument, based on that only we can write the condition if condition. So then only it will filter. Okay, then only it will filter, right? Now observe, now observe, this is the output. Now next observe with the program with the default number of arguments. Program with the default number of arguments. Default, sorry, variable number of arguments. Okay, variable number of arguments. Variable number of arguments. The variable number of arguments. Now observe carefully. Okay, now observe carefully. What I am doing means on this program only, let me modify everything. Here what I am doing means def of sum of self comma star a. Next total is equal to 0. Total is equal to 0 for x in a. Okay, for x in a, total is equal to total plus x. Total is equal to total plus x. So you know how to iterate the elements. So just I'm doing that only. After that, just here I'm printing. Print of a print of the sum. With the print of a sum. Sum is sum is a sum. Sum is a total. Okay. Now we can pass here how many number of arguments we can pass. That's our wish. Okay, t is equal to test. T is equal to test. Next, t dot m1 of 0 argument, t dot m1 of 10. Okay, t dot m1 of 10 comma 20, t dot m1 of 10 comma 20 comma 30. Okay, 10 comma 20 comma 30, right? 10 20 30. Test object has no attribute m1. Okay, so here let me take m1 method. Sum 0, 10, 30 and 60. So this is the sum for each and every iteration. Okay, on each and every iteration. So on first argument 0. If you are providing one argument 10. So when you are providing 10, 20, that time result is 30. When you are providing 10, 20, 30, that time result will be 60. Right? So this is nothing but what a variable with the program with a variable number of arguments. Okay, we can this is nothing but what a variable program with a variable number of argument, right? So let me write the theory. So most of the times, okay, if method, okay, if method with the method with the variable number of arguments, okay, method with the variable number of arguments, variable number of arguments required, variable number of arguments required, variable number of arguments required, then we can handle with the default argument. Okay, we can handle with the default argument or variable number of arguments, or with the variable number of arguments. Okay, or with the variable number of arguments. Most of the times, if a method with a variable number of arguments required, okay, if method with variable number of arguments required, then we can handle with the default argument or with the variable number of argument, right? So this is the way we can handle. Okay, here the problem with the method overloading, but anyway Python doesn't support method overloading, but still we can resolve that problem by using a default argument or with a variable number of arguments. Okay, with the variable number of argument. Clear? If you are having any questions, please post your query in the comment section or reach out to my email ID in the given description. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. If you are having any questions, please post your query in the comment section or reach out to my email ID in the given description. Okay. But please subscribe, friends, if you are watching my channel for the first time. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching.